So, good morning students. Yes, welcome back. Today is your science, no? So, all of you I think are ready with your science book. You know that in our previous class we have completed the chapter number 4, clothes, our protectors. We have done all the question answer. Today we will start a new chapter. We will learn a new chapter, chapter number 5. Before starting, I think all of you can see the board and hear my voice. Class 4. Okay. So, all of you, let us start now. This is yes, Anay. Good morning. Priyojit. So, it is chapter number 5, solids, liquids and gases. Solids, liquids and gases. Okay. From page number 26, all of you will follow page number 26. Okay. So, let us start. Okay. See here, when we look around, we see different things. When we look around, we see different things. Some are living and some are non-living. They have different sizes, shapes and colors. They have mass and occupy space. All these things are matter. So, what we have learned now, matter have mass and they occupy space. Okay, we are seeing different things around us. Some are living things, some are non-living things. They have different sizes, shapes and color. They are all matter and they have mass and occupy space. So, now the definition of matter: any substance that has mass and occupies space is called matter. So, the question is, first question, you can write the question, question number 1, what is matter? So, your answer is, matter is any substance that has mass and occupies space. Now, what is matter made up of? Matter is made up of tiny particles called molecules. So, there is also a question, what is a molecule? So, matter is made up of tiny particles called molecules. Molecules are very small and so we cannot see them with our naked eyes. So, question number 2 is, what is a molecule? Okay. So, matter is made up of tiny particles called molecules. So, molecules are very small, so you cannot see them with our naked eyes. They can be seen only under a microscope. The molecules of different substances are different. For example, oxygen gas is made up of many molecules of oxygen. Water is made up of many molecules of water. Okay, now states of matter. Matter exists in three states: solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. So now states of matter. States of matter. There are three states of matter. Three states. They are solid state, liquid state or gas or gaseous state. I can write. Okay. See here, solid state is your ice. You know, solid state is your ice. I can tell ice. Liquid state is water. And gaseous state is steam or water vapor. Okay. Now here number one, solid state. See here, solids. In solids the molecules are very closely packed. This is a very good question. How are molecules arranged in solids? How are molecules arranged in solids? In solids the molecules are very closely packed. They are not able to move freely, or they are not free to move. Therefore, solids have a definite shape and a definite volume. There is a question, why solids have a definite shape and volume. Why solids have a definite shape and volume? Your answer is, in solids the molecules are very closely packed, so the molecules are not able to move freely. So they have definite shape and definite volume. They are generally hard. Table, pencil, book, truck and car are solids. Table, pencil, book, truck and car are solids. See the picture at the side, left side. See the picture of a book, means your science book picture is given. Molecules of a solid are very closely packed. See, the molecules are not able to move freely because there is less space, no space. Only small space is there. In that space they are not able to move freely. Now come to liquids. The molecules in liquids are less closely packed than solids. So in liquid the molecules are less closely packed than solid. They can move freely. Therefore liquids have a definite volume but no definite shape. Okay. So there is a question now, again another question from liquid. Question number 4 I can write. Why liquids have a definite volume but no definite shape? Definite shape. So this is a question. Why liquids have a definite volume but no definite shape? Your answer is, in liquids the molecules are less closely packed than the solid. They can move freely. These molecules can move freely, so liquids have no definite shape, but they have definite volume. See the picture at the side, see the glass of juice. Glass of juice is there and the molecules are showing with yellow balls like. These are the molecules. See the molecules, they have space among them. So the molecules can move here and there. They can move freely. They take the shape of the container in which they are kept. So see here, if you take a glass of milk, it will take the shape of the glass. If you take the milk in a bowl, it will take the shape of the bowl. If you take milk in a cup, it will take the shape of the cup. But in case of solid, no, they have their own shape, they have a definite shape. Stone, they are having a definite shape. A chalk, they are having the definite shape. A pen, they have the definite shape. A duster, they are having the definite shape. But liquids have no definite shape. They can flow easily. They take the shape of the container in which they are kept. They can flow easily, so they are also called fluid. See, this is also a question. What is the question? Why are liquids called fluid? Liquids are called fluid because they can flow easily. You will write, liquids are called fluids because they can flow easily. Okay. Example, water, milk and orange juice are liquids. Water, milk and orange juice are liquids. Turn to next page, page number 27 now. So today's work is from page number 26 and 27. See 27, gases. Molecules and gases are very loosely packed. Molecules in gases are very loosely packed. So how are the molecules arranged? In gases, the molecules are very loosely packed. See, in solid, molecules are very much closely packed. In liquids, the molecules are less closely packed, and in gases, the molecules are very loosely packed. They can move freely. See the picture at the right side. Okay, so molecules can move freely from here and there. They have enough space. These spaces are called intermolecular space. These spaces are called intermolecular space. I will draw one. Suppose this is the molecules. These spaces are called intermolecular space. This space is called intermolecular space, and these are the molecules. This is in case of gas. It is for gaseous state of matter. So the space is called the intermolecular space. So in gases there is more intermolecular space. So much space is available. So molecules can move here and there quickly. They can move freely. Therefore gases have no definite shape and volume. You can write the question there. Why gases have no definite shape and volume? Why gases have no definite shape and volume? Okay, so your answer is, in the gas, molecules are very loosely packed. They can move freely here and there. So gases have no definite shape and no definite volume. They occupy all the available space in the container in which they are kept. They flow more easily than liquids and are also called fluid. See here, this is also see, liquids can flow because if you drop water on the floor, this see, the water will flow easily, it will go here and there. This gas, this also flow very quickly because they are flow more easily than liquids, and they are also called fluids. See, if you spray a scent, perfume or scent or deo in a corner of a room, you can smell the deo or the perfume at every corner, at every room, because it flows very quickly than the liquids. Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide and LPG are gases. These are the examples of gases. Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, LPG, that is cooking gas, are gases. See here at the picture, gas filled inside the balloon, and molecules of a gas are very loosely packed. See the picture I have drawn here also. Okay. Now, do you know, since molecules of gases have large spaces between them, they can be compressed easily. So, this is one you have to have a reminder. You should learn, you should have in your mind that since molecules of gases are large spaces, means they have large intermolecular spaces between them, they can be compressed easily. See, this gas can be compressed easily because of the more intermolecular spaces. Now, one question is there, we will do this one, then we will end the class today. So, I will rub the board now. I think all of you have taken down the question I have written on the board. Okay. So, you will do this in your book. All of you will do this in your book. In your book with the pencil. Okay. So, question is, name any two solids liquids and gases. Name any two solids, liquids and gases other than those mentioned in the lesson. That means you have to write other examples. Okay, I will write here. You are also writing the answer. All answers are correct. You have written solids. You have written. Okay. No, you will not able to write the example given in the book. You will write other examples. So I am writing. You please write what I am writing. Okay. You cannot write oxygen, nitrogen for gas. You cannot write book, pencil, table for solid. You can write water, milk for liquid, because these examples are given. These Joita, please all of you, please all the students, please hear. These examples are given in the book. So this one you cannot write. So I am writing solids. Number 1, I can write stone. Number 2, I can write duster. Okay. Liquids. Liquids I can write petrol. Petrol is a liquid. And number 2, cooking oil, means you can write mustard oil. Okay, sunflower oil, cooking oil. Cooking oil. Okay, then for gases, I can write carbon monoxide. This is a very poisonous gas, carbon monoxide. And number 2, I can write sulfur dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitrous oxide, anything. Okay, please all of you don't chat among yourselves. Anupam, you have written juice. Yes, also juice it is given in the book. You can write other apple juice, you can write other juice, it is given orange juice here, lemon juice you can write, apple juice. Okay, I have written here solids, stone, duster, liquids, petrol, cooking oil, gases, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide. Okay, so that's all for today's class, students. In our next class, I will start with the comparison between solid, liquid and gas from page number 27. Hope you are all safe at home and you will also are memorizing your question answer, you are preparing yourselves and you also learn the chapter well. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you everyone and goodbye.